I am getting ready to head to FedEx Field for the Arizona Cardinals versus the Washington Redskins. But today is going to be a little bit different than normal. I am only taking my Sony A6500, a 70-200, and I also have my other lenses, my 85, my 18-35 Sigma 1.8, and the lens that I'm filming on right now, which is the kit lens. You guys stay tuned, and we're gonna see what we can get out here. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Ricky, and I'm back with another video. Now, yesterday I took it out to my son's high school basketball game, and if you know anything about high school gyms, it's the worst lighting probably ever. They have the worst lighting that you can shoot under. So I took it in there, and needless to say, it didn't do very well in that poorly lit gym. I was on ISO 6400. The grain was there's a lot of grain. There's a lot of grain because of the erratic movement of a freshman basketball team. It didn't do well. I got some shots, but they were so grainy that I wouldn't normally use them. As well, after a while, I had to take the plunge and go down on my shutter speed. I went down as far as 3/20ths of a second, and I had my ISO at 4000, and those images weren't as bad. The grain wasn't as bad on those. So what I discovered is that in that gym and in that poor lighting situation, it did not do well. And I did have Sony 70-200 G Master. I had that attached to the camera, and it just didn't do well. So now I'm taking it out to the NFL football game at 1 p.m. kickoff, and it's like slightly overcast here because it's wintertime, and that's how it is in the DC area. So we have a slight overcast. Based on the weather, it's gonna be like this all day. So there's no sunlight, so I should get some pretty good results. I'm probably in about 320. It's probably gonna be my max focal length with the crop factor of the 70-200. So I still should be good and be in the game with what I have. So this is gonna be my first time shooting exclusively with the Sony A6500 at a sporting event. I've had this camera now almost a year now, and I love it, and I will be soon purchasing a Sony A7R III. So I can't wait to get to that, but for now, the Sony A6500 is what I have, and I really want to test it and really want to see what it's all about. All right, so guys, I used the Sony A6500, a 70-200 Sony G Master, and it performed really well. It tracked the subjects. I got some great shots, and I came into the shoot thinking that not being sure if the A6500 could live up to the billing and could really handle a shoot of this magnitude, but it really did a great job. I was really pleased with it. The only negatives I have, and Sony probably will fix this, is that you can't lock your images and have it translate over to Photo Mechanic. Most sports photographers know on Photo Mechanic, there's an option where you can only have them show your locked photos. The photos that you choose out on the field during timeouts or during between plays that you lock, you can make it where you only see those when you go back for edits, and that just saves so much time. But this camera, particular camera, does not have that, and it cannot do it. I wish they would make the protect function be able to be a customized button, but on this it doesn't. It does not allow it. So I will say that my A6500 is 1.03 and there's 1.04, so I don't know if they changed it in the update or if the update allows me to do it, but it does not allow me to do it. And also I had a slow card. The cards were slow. It took forever to write onto the actual camera, on actual card. So because those were slow, it took me forever to view the images and blah, blah, blah. But those are the only negatives I have. The camera performed well. It did a great job, and I'm very pleased with everything. I had to move around a little bit more because of the focal length, but since it was on the crop sensor, the 200 ended up being about 320 millimeters. So that ended up being great as well. I didn't miss much. I was able to track subjects. I was able to do that, and I have not been able to do that with other systems. So again, the camera did well. It did what it was supposed to do, and it definitely can handle big time sports. I wasn't sure if it would be able to, but it definitely did. Good thing about it is the Redskins won, so it made it even that much greater that was able to get some of these shots. If you have an A6500, it is capable of shooting fast action sports at a high level. I was able to do it here today. Sony is on the way, and with the 400-28 being rumored, it's really going to change the landscape of sports photography. I also got an opportunity to talk to the Arizona Cardinals team photographer, and he shoots exclusively Sony. He's been shooting for 2 years. He had an A9 and I believe an A7R2 today out here, and it was awesome, man. He loves it, and he spoke highly of the Sony system. So he's been shooting even before the big trend of everybody shooting Sony. So you have an actual team photographer for a National Football League team shooting nothing but Sony. So I talked to him today, and he loves it. So again, guys, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully, if you have not already, subscribe to this channel and like this video. And hopefully I was able to answer some questions that anybody might have had about the Sony A6500.